Can we make an exciting old-fashioned using almond syrup instead of simple syrup? That's what we're gonna find out today by making not one, but two old-fashioned riffs using Orgeat to see how well it fits in the picture. Now, if you need an easy recipe to learn how to make your Orgeat yourself, check out our latest video. I leave a link in the description below. Today, we're making two split-based old-fashioned. Now, I am a big fan of split-based cocktails where we use two different spirits as the foundation of our cocktail. It could be two different versions of the same spirit, like two different rums for a Mai Tai, for example, or two totally different spirits, like bartender Jeremy Lake decided to do for our first cocktail of today, where he pairs mezcal and bourbon. That kind of unique combination brings a particular complexity that I find very enjoyable. The trick is to find a complementary pairing with a strong balance. So mezcal is the main spirit for this drink. We're gonna use Vida del Maguey, which is one of my favorites for cocktails. It gets a nice addition of bourbon for extra complexity and those familiar old-fashioned vibes. A higher proof bourbon is recommended, so I'm gonna use Wild Turkey 101. Rather than using simple syrup, Lake decided to go with Orgeat for this drink, so this was for us the perfect occasion to use our freshly made almond syrup. Finally, a mix of two bitters is used to complement the drink, giving it balance and depth of flavors. I'm gonna use Angostura and chocolate bitters. We are using Fee Brothers Aztec chocolate bitters. So grab your mixing glass, let's make our first cocktail of today, El Zapatero. We start with 1.5 ounces of mezcal, followed by 1/2 ounce of our bourbon, 2 bar spoons of Orgeat, aka almond syrup, 1 dash of Angostura, and 1 dash of Fee Brothers Aztec chocolate bitters. Time to add your ice and give it a good stir for around 20-30 seconds. I'm gonna serve this over ice in an old-fashioned glass. For garnish, we're gonna grate some cinnamon and express and add an orange zest. So, is this balanced? Yes. Is this bold in flavors? Yes. This ticks for me all the boxes for an old-fashioned styled cocktail. It's complex. I love that he took the sweet element and made it an opportunity to add some flavors with the Orgeat. The chocolate and Angostura bitters brings it that much further, and the garnish is not to be neglected. The cinnamon grating brings a very nice touch. This is not a dessert cocktail. It's different than anything I've had before, and that's what we look for when trying a new cocktail, don't we? I will definitely do this one again. Now, you know, when we discover a new cocktail on this channel, I usually try to come up with an interesting variation to see how far we can take the template and how we can make it using what we have on hand. So for this one, I immediately thought about the Japanese cocktail. In its original version, it pairs cognac and Orgeat together with a little touch of lemon. But since we are making split-based cocktails today, I wondered what would be a good pairing with cognac. Again, classics came to mind. I thought about the Sazerac and the Vieux Carré, which are often made with a split base of rye whiskey and cognac. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna put all that together and come up with an interesting variation. In a mixing glass, I start with 1 ounce of cognac, 1 ounce of rye whiskey. I'm gonna start with 1 bar spoon of Orgeat, almond syrup, and 1 dash of Angostura bitters, and 2 dashes of Peychaud's bitters. Add your ice and stir. I'm gonna serve it in a low bowl over ice. For garnish, I'm gonna express a lemon zest and drop it on top of the drink. So when experimenting with a new drink, I find that one of the first things that can go wrong is to make it too sweet. So I'm really happy I went with just 1 bar spoon of the Orgeat to start with. It could probably be a tad sweeter, but this is really okay. You can taste all the ingredients involved. The Orgeat brings a nice and subtle touch of nuttiness. I love the use of Peychaud and Angostura. I would be really happy to try this one with different bitters and probably with a touch more of sweetness. But overall, a very interesting and tasty variation of an old-fashioned using Orgeat. So I didn't find that many old-fashioned variations using Orgeat, so I'm really interested. If you have nice recipe, please drop them in the comment. I hope you're gonna try the drinks we made today. They both are really tasty. Thank you very much for watching today. Thank you for commenting. Thank you for liking. Thank you for subscribing. It's really appreciated and it helps the channel. I'll see you in the next one with more Orgeat recipes. Have a good one. Cheers.